अगर आप भी यहाँ पर आकर इंटरव्यू देना चाहते हैं तो वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको एक गूगल फॉर्म मिलेगा, जाकर आप वो गूगल फॉर्म भर दीजिए, फिर आपका भी इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल होगा और आप भी यहाँ पे आके इंटरव्यू दे पाएंगे। और अगर आप जावास्क्रिप्ट को 0 से एडवांस लेवल तक मास्टर करना चाहते हैं तो आप हमारा द कंप्लीट जावास्क्रिप्ट कोर्स फॉलो कर सकते हैं, जो कि आपको यूट्यूब पे फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिल जाएगा। उस कोर्स का भी लिंक मैं आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूंगा। और अगर आप पूरा का पूरा फ्रंट एंड ही पढ़ना चाहते हैं, HTML से लेके CSS, जावास्क्रिप्ट, रिएक्ट, गिट एंड गिटहब, npm, टेलविंड, रिएक्ट, रिडक्स, ये सारी चीजें अगर आप पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो उसका भी मैंने एक कोर्स बनाया है, पूरा कंप्लीट फ्रंट एंड बूट कैंप। उस कोर्स का भी लिंक मैं आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूंगा। आपको हर एक कोर्स फ्री में मिल जाएंगे, तो आप जरूर से जाके इन कोर्सेज को चेकआउट करिए। तो चलिए अपने वीडियो को कंटिन्यू करते हैं। हाय ईशा, हाउ आर यू?
I am fine, sir. You?
Yeah, I'm also fine. So first introduce yourself, then we'll move to the interview.
Okay. So, my name is Aisha Khan. I am from Mumbai. Currently, I completed my Bachelor's of Engineering from Mumbai University with 8.50 CGPA, and now I am pursuing a Java full stack development course. So, in that, I learn Java, SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and that's all.
Okay, so what are all the things you have learned in web development?
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript average.
Okay. Have you made any projects using HTML and CSS?
Yes.
Okay.
Food store and Netflix clone, and one is Alpha clone, and many more. Stopwatch.
Okay. Okay. So now let's move to like HTML part. Okay.
Okay.
We'll do some So this interview will be mainly in 3 parts. First will be a theoretical questions round, where you will have to answer some theoretical questions, and then second round will be some output based question. I will send you some JavaScript code snippets where you have to answer that, okay, output. And then the third round is machine coding round, where you have to code some application. I will ask you to develop some feature of application. You have to develop it. Okay. So let's move to HTML part. So in HTML, why do we use alt attribute on images?
Alt attribute.
Yes.
Don't know.
You don't know? Okay. What are semantic tags?
Semantic tags like yeah, footer, navbar, and header.
Okay.
This is makes developer to easy read code readable easy हो जाता है
अच्छा.
कोड रीडिंग के लिए, इसकी वजह से सेमेंटिक टैग यूज करते हैं।
Okay.
वही काम हम ड्यू टैग से भी कर सकते हैं, बट
Hmm.
रीडेबल कोड रहता है, इसलिए हम सेमेंटिक टैग यूज करते
Okay. Apart from being code readable, does it provide any other benefit?
हैं। आई डोंट नो।
Okay. Let's move to next question. Okay. Do you know how can we embed a YouTube video on our HTML, like on our website? Do you know how to embed a video? Let's say there is a YouTube video. You want to put it on your website. So can you do that? Have you done?
आई थिंक वी कैन, नो आई डोंट यूज दिस, बट शायद से आई फ्रेम के थ्रू कर सकते हैं।
Yes, that's correct. We need to use iframe. So can you explain why do we use iframe? What is its like use?
आई फ्रेम ऐसा है कि एक वेब पेज पे दूसरे वेबसाइट को मतलब अपनी एक वेबसाइट है, उस पे दूसरी वेबसाइट अपने को शो करना है, तो आई फ्रेम
Yes,
यूज करते हैं।
yes, that's correct. Okay. What is doc type in HTML? When we say doc type on the top of every HTML file, what does it mean? वीडियो में हम आगे बढ़ें उससे पहले मैं आपसे एक DSA कोर्स के बारे में डिस्कस करना चाहता हूं, जो कि है गीक्स फॉर गीक्स का डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड एल्गोरिदम इन जावास्क्रिप्ट। इसको गीक्स फॉर गीक्स के फाउंडर संदीप जैन सर ने खुद पढ़ाया है। ये कोर्स बहुत ही अच्छा है, ये बहुत ही अच्छे से कोई भी टॉपिक को पढ़ाते हैं। मैं खुद ये कोर्स फॉलो कर रहा हूँ, एकदम मेरे जैसे पढ़ाते हैं, मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है इनका ये कोर्स। अगर आप जावास्क्रिप्ट के अंदर डीएसए सीखना चाहते हैं तो इससे अच्छा कोर्स आपको नहीं मिलेगा। और अगर आप इस वीडियो के डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिए गए लिंक से ये कोर्स खरीदते हैं तो आपको 800 रुपए का एडिशनल डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा और ये कोर्स आपको इफेक्टिवली 3199 रुपए में मिलेगा। अगर आप जीएफजी के ऊपर कोई भी कोर्स परचेज करते हैं तो आप हमारा कूपन कोड ProCodrr20 यूज कर सकते हैं, जिससे कि आपको किसी भी कोर्स पे 20% का डिस्काउंट मिल जाएगा। तो चलिए हम अपने वीडियो में आगे बढ़ते हैं। What is the purpose of head tag in HTML?
Okay, in head tag, we if we use external CSS, we link in that, and we give title. All things are provided in head tag, like meta tags and yeah, style. If we use in embedded style sheet, then we have to use style tag in head tag.
Yeah, that's correct. Now, there is one more question. You said like embedded style, which is basically internal style. Okay.
Uh,
So, like apart from internal style, what are other forms of styles we can use?
inline,
Okay.
inline style, and
Yeah.
external and embedded.
Uh,
Three types of
yeah.
style.
Okay. So embedded means like just internal styles. Okay.
Yes.
So internal is more common in. Okay. So which style has more priority? Internal, inline, or external?
Inline,
Okay.
inline.
Okay. So inline has the most priority. After that,
After that, embedded,
okay.
internal, yes,
Okay. And then external.
external.
Okay. So inline style has most priority. That is correct. But external and internal both have same priority. They don't have less or more. Whichever we will connect it before, that will be overwritten. Let's say there is a style tag, we have written some styles inside the style tag inside head, and below we are connecting our CSS file. So if we are connecting our CSS file below that style tag, that will overwrite it. But if we connect it above it, so the internal will overwrite. So it depends on the order. Whichever will be below, whichever will be below, that will overwrite. That will have more priority. Okay.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Okay. So what is difference between div and span tag?
Uh, span tag is a inline tag, and div is a block
Okay.
tag. So inline tag width only means सेम लाइन में जितनी विड्थ लेनी हो उतनी ही विड्थ लेता है inline tag. एंड div tag जो पेरेंट के हिसाब से विड्थ लेता
ठीक है. Okay. Apart from the width, is there any other difference?
है. I don't know.
Okay. So basically uh, can we give height and width on inline elements?
Yes.
No, we cannot give height and width on inline elements. Okay, you can check it later. So there are some inline elements like image, video tag, iframe. On these elements, we can give height and width. These are different kind of inline elements. But
Okay.
other elements like span tag, anchor tag, bold tag, on these elements we cannot give. Okay. Okay. Now, what is specificity in CSS? Do you know this?
Yes. It's like selectors, ID selector, class element selector. So
Okay.
if we use ID selector, then it gives first priority. and then class, and then element.
Okay. So do you know? Yeah, that's correct. That order is correct. So do you know combinator selector? We can combine multiple selectors and select some element.
Yes.
Okay.
By using comma.
No, like by using comma, that will make different selectors. We can
Yes.
separate by space, or we can join two selectors, and
Yes.
we can use arrow like to combine selectors. So there are different ways we can combine selectors. So whenever we combine two selectors, the specificity of both selectors gets added up. So let's say we combine a class and ID selector. So it's a specific like ID has a specificity of 100 and class have a specificity of 10. Both will be added and the total specificity of combined selector will be 110. Okay. So this is a very fundamental concept, very important concept in CSS. If you know that, you will not face any problem. Like something is not getting applied, you are selecting it properly still. So you have to use important every time. So have you used important in CSS?
No.
You don't know important keyword in CSS?
I know, but I don't use.
Yeah. So if you work on big projects, you will face this issue that your style is not getting applied. So you have to use
Yes.
important. So I made a video on this specificity and cascade rule. So there is a cascade rule. Do you know cascade rule?
No.
Okay. Okay. So no problem. You can watch that video. You will find in CSS playlist on my channel.
Okay.
Okay. So what are pseudo classes?
Super classes. Uh, After, before.
Okay. Those are
These
pseudo.
are pseudo elements. These are
Yeah.
pseudo classes like hover
Okay.
and I don't remember right now, but
Yeah. Yeah.
uh,
Focus is one pseudo class.
yes.
Okay.
So
So
if we use hover class, then we hover something, then that style apply on that thing.
yeah. So do you know what is the difference between pseudo element and pseudo class?
Actually, I don't know exact difference, but I
Okay.
use it, but I
Okay.
can't explain.
Okay. So you need to understand what is the difference between the two. Basically, there are multiple differences. Like pseudo class will select a particular state of some element, like hover, focus, visited, or something like that. Pseudo element will create a element or select a element, like select some specific part of element, or it will create a new element like after and before. Okay. So it either creates an element or selects. Like there is one first letter or something selector is there, so that is a also a pseudo element. So it selects some element from the DOM. Okay, and other difference is pseudo elements have a specificity of one, and pseudo classes, because pseudo element is an element, so its element has a specificity of one. So that's why pseudo elements also have a specificity of one, and pseudo classes, because it is a class, so it has a specificity of 10. Okay. Okay. So why do we use media queries?
Uh, to make website responsive.
Okay. Do you know like what is the syntax like? How many?
We take the screen
Okay,
size,
okay. Yeah. So
the screen size like phone screen, tablet screen, or
okay,
in that screen size we have to uh, write CSS about
okay.
that size.
Yes. So whenever you make a responsive website, how many media queries you use?
I make for tablet or phone, normal phone.
Okay. Okay. So basically two media queries you use,
Yes.
two breakpoints, you can say.
Okay.
Okay. What is difference between margin and padding?
Margin is if we give margin, it will take uh, out of border space, outside border space, and if we give padding, then it take space inside a border.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. What is difference between box sizing border box and box sizing content box?
Uh, Box sizing border box is if we give box sizing border box, then uh, जो एक्स्ट्रा पैडिंग्स वगैरह रहती है वो एक बॉर्डर बॉक्स में आ जाती है और जो कंटेंट बॉक्स है वो डिफॉल्ट होता है तो उसमें जो पैडिंग वगैरह रहती है वो पहले से बॉर्डर के बाहर होती है।
हम्म, ठीक है। पैडिंग बॉर्डर के बाहर नहीं हो सकती है।
अरे हाँ सॉरी।
हाँ, तो फिर
मार्जिन, आई थिंक मार्जिन।
मार्जिन तो बाहर रहेगा ही वैसे भी बॉर्डर के। Okay, it's okay. Basically, when we give box sizing border box, then height, like if there is a div which has box sizing border box, its height and width will include the border and padding. Okay, so I can explain it, but it will be too long. But if we give it content box, which is by default, then apart from width, padding and border will be extra. So that extra width will be added in the total width. Okay. So you need to understand it properly how it works. Okay. Why sometimes there is some scroll bar comes on our websites, right?
यस।
So why does that scroll bar come? What is the reason? When does it come?
स्क्रीन साइज।
Screen size? No, and just try to explain it properly, like why the scroll bar comes on the web page or on websites.
Sometimes we use images, their width is very high and not properly set, then that time scroll bars and comes. So if we use proper CSS, then it will remove.
Yeah, so only with images it does it come?
Yes, most of the time for images it will come. And
Okay, so the scroll bar comes in those situations when, let's say, parent has width of 500 and its child has width of 600. Like parent has fixed width, let's say we have given fixed width of 500 and we have given or some from somewhere it has got the width of 600. So whenever, so there is one rule, whenever the child width will be more than the parent width, there will be a scroll bar, like horizontal scroll bar. Okay, and vertical scroll bar will come whenever the height of child will be more than the parent height. So this is the reason why scroll bar comes. How can you hide the scroll bar?
we give less less width of
Okay,
child.
okay, less width of child. But let's say our child has more content, lot of content is there. Then,
Uh,
so let's say child has so much content that it cannot fit inside the parent.
Apart from parent, we give width because if we give uh, we use overflow hidden.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is one property.
uh,
We can
yes.
use that. Yeah, so that is one way to hide, but that will crop out whatever is going outside of the parent. That will be just hidden. User cannot read it.
Yes.
So what is the proper way? How can we fix that?
I जैसे इमेज का पता है जब इमेज
Hmm.
होती है तो we
Yes.
use
Yeah.
uh,
So
like display flex फिर justify content background size cover height जो होती है 100 ये
yeah.
वगैरह proper screen के थ्रू
Okay.
देते हैं
So
and
yes. So what we'll do in this case is from wherever that child is taking more width than its parent, we will restrict it to maximum width of the parent width. So we can give it width 100% or max width 100%. Or if we have given some extra width, we can remove that. Let's say we have given the width 600 pixel or whichever is more than the parent we have given. We can just remove it and automatically it will have the parent, it will have the 100% width.
हाँ हाँ
Okay. So we just need to remove that width, whichever extra width we have given. If we remove it, it will be fixed. It will be automatically fit inside the parent. Okay. Okay. Do you know inheritance? Inheritance in CSS.
no
Okay. Okay. Now, basically, inheritance means if we give some style to the parent, its child will inherit all the styles. For example, on the
हाँ
body, we give font family, font family something. So we give only on the body tag, but every child inherits it. Like all the things inherit the font related things. So basically, in CSS, mainly generally font related properties are inherited. Other properties are not
okay
inherited, like height, width, background. These things are not inherited. Font related things are inherited. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to JavaScript part. Okay. So can you tell me the difference between double equal to and triple equal to?
okay when we use double equal to it compares values that we given and when we use triple equal to it compares values up and also compares data types of that values
Yes, that's true. So which one should we use more?
triple equal to
Okay. Why
because
should we
it
use?
give accurate answer.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. What is difference between if else and ternary operator?
If else
Apart from the syntax difference, is there any other difference, fundamental difference?
no, I think same.
Okay, it is
What
same, you think? No, it is not same. Basically, if else is an statement, okay, but ternary operator is an expression. Okay. So what is expression and what is statement? You can learn it later. I have made a video on that. you don't know if else like that, there is a playlist, JavaScript for ProCodrr, in which I have explained. But let me tell you here in the short that expression is something which will evaluate to one value, a single value. So let's say we have written a ternary operator or ternary condition. Either its result will be true or false. Like it will be true or false, but it will return either the first value or the second value. Its result will not be true or false. Its result will be either first value or second value in the after condition. There are two values we put. So it will be either one or two. So the whole expression will be evaluated to a value, and we can store it in a variable. We can say const a equal to one ternary condition. We can do like that, and whatever is the value that will be stored in the variable. But same thing cannot be done with if else. We cannot say const a is equal to if something something else something. We cannot do that. Okay, so we cannot store a statement inside a variable. Okay, so this is the fundamental difference between if else and ternary operator, and it is very important. That's why if you have you learned React? Do you know React? No.
No.
No. Okay, so in React, if you go, so most of the time we use like ternary operator for some operations because of this reason, and we cannot use if else in that case. So this is the main difference. Okay, what is like what is difference between function declaration and function expression? Do you know this?
Function declaration and function expression. Okay. Uh, function expression means कोई फंक्शन जो हम लाइक वेरिएबल के थ्रू, जैसे अभी आपने ये एक्सप्रेस इसका टर्नरी ऑपरेटर का बताया,
Hmm.
लेट ए इज इक्वल टू एंड कोई फंक्शन डिक्लेयर करेंगे तो वो फंक्शन
Hmm.
एक्सप्रेशन होगा। और डिक्लेरेशन डायरेक्ट फंक्शन
Yeah.
फंक्शन फंक्शन नेम एंड और
Yes, that's correct. And how do we handle errors in JavaScript? Do you know this?
एरर्स। मैंने भी वो पढ़ा नहीं है, बट आई थिंक ट्राई कैश के थ्रू हैंडल करेंगे। जावा
Yes,
में वैसे ही करते हैं।
yes. That is same in JavaScript also. Okay. Do you know the concept of hoisting? Hoisting
यस।
in what is it?
बिफोर डिक्लेरेशन वी यूज we we try to access variable or before declaration, then
Hmm.
hosting happens, but it's only happens in where variable. It will not happen in let and const. If we try to use, then it will give error.
Okay. Okay. And functions?
Functions, functions hosting also is there. We try to call function before declaration.
Okay. So if the function is declared, if function is an expression, we have created it using var, will it be hoisted?
With expression.
Like
Uh,
var abc is equal to some function, and we try to access it above.
yes, it will.
No, it will not. So basically, if you create a function like a variable,
Okay.
it will not actually. It is hoisted. There will be undefined in that variable, but you will get error because something like abc is not a function because undefined is you cannot call undefined. Okay, so you will get error. And actually, let and const variables are also hoisted, but we cannot access them because of
Okay.
temporal dead zone. There is something called in JavaScript. So there is a restriction on those things. That's why we cannot access it. Okay, now let's move to some output based questions. I will send you some code snippets. Just try to see in the chat box and try to answer it. And also share your screen. We will run it in some browser or somewhere. Yeah, so can you guess the output of both?
Okay. 5 plus 3, it will give 53,
Okay.
or and 5 minus 3, it will give 2.
Okay. So before we move further, can you zoom it? Can you zoom your VS Code? Just do Control plus 2 3 times more. Yeah, that's enough. Now close that app in the side. Close that file menu. Okay. How will you run? Yeah, that answer is correct. Whatever you have given. Now run it and
Yes.
yeah, connect it with HTML file and run it. Run that in browser and see if you are getting the correct answer. And zoom in the console also. Just do Control plus a few times in the console, not on the page. Click on the console first and then do Control plus. Yes. Increase the height of console. Yes, that's good. Do few more times zoom, one or two times. Yes,
But
that's enough. Yes. So as you said, the answer is 52, 53 and 2. So now come back to VS Code. I have one more question related to this. So the question is why? Why is it giving the answer like this?
if we use plus, then it will concat the string and yeah, number. But if we use minus, it will minus operator convert the string into number and then perform operation.
Okay. So the
Yes.
question now is what will be the type of result produced in both cases? Like in first case, will it be a number or will it be a string? And in second case, will it be a number or will it be a string?
In first case, it is string,
Okay.
and second number.
Okay. So you are saying that, but I
Yes.
say that I don't believe you. So how can you show me that? So the question is, just show me that its type is a string and its type is a number. The other.
Okay, we can check by using.
Yeah, you can use type of and show me in the console. I should see the type.
Not a number.
Just put a space. Just put a space. What is happening? It is
String
not
3.
giving the. It is not giving the correct thing. I want the type.
What is it?
Hmm.
This is not giving type. What is string 3?
Yes.
Type of.
Can you explain? Do you know what is happening in this case?
I don't know.
Okay, so let me explain what is happening here. So you are checking type of string
Okay.
5. So that is evaluated first. Okay. So here it is happening like
Okay.
first part is getting evaluated, and in place of the first part it is string and string plus 3. So that's why you are getting string 3.
Okay.
Okay. And the same thing is
Oh,
happening below. It is string minus 3. And now you cannot do subtraction from a string, right? You cannot do
yeah.
string minus 3. That is giving an an. So this is happening. That type of operator is working only on the first part.
Okay.
So what
So
you
we have
want?
to store this is in we have to store that
Yeah,
thing in variable and then we check.
yeah, we can do that. That's possible, but I want you to do it here without using a variable.
So
Yes, you can save it and check. That is
hmm,
correct. Okay. So
yes,
this is what I
second
wanted you to
number.
do. Yeah, that's correct. Now I will send you one more question.
Hmm, plus
You can comment out. You can comment out the previous code. And
equal 2 plus 3, 5, 2, 1, 2. I think answer is
okay, 212 in string format,
yes.
right? Yes, you can
Yes.
check. You can check that. Okay. Now next question I will send you.
Mhm. 6.
Okay, 6 in both console logs. Don't check it. Don't check it now.
In both.
Both cases it will be 6, right?
Huh.
Okay, you can check.
5 or 6. Okay.
Okay. So can you explain what is happening here?
Because of it is decrement operator, so it
It is not a
sorry,
decrement, it is increment operator.
this increment operator. It
So what is happening here? This is post decrement operator. We can do plus plus a and we can do a plus plus. Both are different. So the other one will give 6 and this is giving 5. So this increases the value, but its returned value is the same on which the operation was performed. Okay, it does not give the incremented value, it gives the previous value, but it increases. That's why on line number 7 we are getting the increased number. Okay.
okay.
I will send you next question. You can comment this.
Type of uh, number.
Okay, that's correct. You can check it. Now I will send you the next question.
True.
Okay, you can check.
False. Why? False.
Yes. So NaN is not a fixed value. It can be anything. Like not a number can
Okay.
come from anything. Like anything which is not a number. So not a number cannot be equal to not a number. That that we can think. Okay. Okay. Now I will send you last question, and then we will do some coding round. Okay.
I think true answer. Agadu.
Okay. You can check.
True or false?
Can you explain now?
Three is greater than two. Two is greater than one. So why it is giving false?
Okay.
What is reason?
Yes. So come to the VS Code. I will explain why it is happening. Right. Right. So see in JavaScript, uh, these expressions are evaluated one by one. Okay. So first, let's say let's focus on the first one. Comment out the second one. I will tell you. So this part will be evaluated first. 1 is less than 2. That's it. It will evaluate that much only. And
Yes.
1 is less than 2. Is it true or false?
True.
Now replace that, select 1 is less than 2, select with your cursor right now, both 1 is less than 2, the whole expression 3, yes. Now replace it with true,
True.
yes. Now in the second evaluation, it will look something like this. That first part will be replaced with true. Now
Okay.
is true less than 3? Now this is the question. So what does true represents to in a number? If you convert true into number, what will happen? Do you know this?
Convert true into number. No, I don't know.
Okay, so if you convert true into a number, that will be 1. Okay, and
Yeah.
1 is less than 3. That's why the whole expression will be true. Okay, now you
Yeah.
just check now, just check. Okay, now try to convert true into a number. How will you convert true into a number? Come to console. In the console, we can convert it. How can we convert anything into a number?
Uh, by using number method.
Yes, you can use number. It is capital number. So you can select the first one and pass true inside it. Okay.
1.
So at the end, it is being evaluated. Come to VS Code. Come to the VS Code.
Okay.
Now at the end, true will be replaced by 1. So replace true by 1. Now it is clear, right? How it
Yeah.
is coming true for this. Now you can apply the same method for the second one. You can comment out the first one. You can comment out that, and the second one you can try to evaluate yourself.
Okay. False.
Yes. So true means 1, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 1 is
And
greater than 1. Then.
1 is not greater than 1, right?
Yes.
So that's why it is giving false. Okay. So this is the
Mhm.
reason. This is how it evaluates. Okay. Now we will move to some output based questions. Not output, some practical questions where you have to implement some feature. Okay. So now what you have to implement is, there is, let's say there is an array, and in array there is some name.
Mhm.
Okay, so you know how to call an API? You don't know API calling?
No.
Okay, so I will send you one array. Do you know DOM manipulation? DOM
Oh,
manipulation?
little
Changing.
bit. I'm start. Tom. मतलब आज से मैं स्टार्ट करने वाली हूँ अभी तक उसको स्टार्ट नहीं किया बट
अच्छा.
थोड़ा बहुत पता है
Okay,
क्लिक
then you
वगैरह
can,
का
okay, then you cannot make a project if you don't know it properly. You cannot make a project. So let's do some like array based questions where you have to do something. Okay, like filtering, mapping, filter method, map method, these things. Okay, so open your VS Code and create an array from 1 to 5. 0 to 5, add 0 also. 0, first 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's good. Now I want you to filter every number which is less than 3. So use filter method and filter out any number which is less than 3. You can remove this. That is correct. That solution is correct. You can remove this number true so that it won't be confusing. Okay, that's correct. Now come to your VS Code. Can you do the same thing without using return keyword? Basically, can you use implicit return? I'm asking. Like, since we are
Okay.
using arrow function, we can remove return keyword.
Hmm.
So can you do that? Yes, that's correct. Now, from this filtered method, I want you to chain a map method on it and multiply each number by 2. No, let that filter be there.
Okay.
Now,
New बनाओ.
no, you don't need to make a new array. So I want, so now the res variable has one array which has 0, 1, 2 like this.
Hmm. Hmm.
But what I want you to do is do something on this so that res has every number multiplied by 2. So basically
Okay.
0 into 2 will be 0, but 1 into 2 will be 2 and 2 into 2 will be 4. 0 to
Hmm.
4, it should be like this. So
So I have to do in res variable, result variable.
uh, you should
मतलब
do on line number 16 you need to do something so that res
okay.
variable has that final value. It should not hold 0, 1, 2. It should hold 0 to 4.
Hmm. कितने से मल्टीप्लाई करना था?
2 से. Okay, that's correct. But I told that you don't have to create a new variable. You have created a new variable m.
Hmm.
So in res itself, the value should be the final value 0 to 4.
Okay, so I have to remove filter.
No,
In,
but we want filter also.
अच्छा.
Do you know how to chain methods? How to chain array methods? Like after filter, we can use map. Do you know that?
No. No.
Okay. So since come to line number 16, okay, and
Hmm.
put your cursor after equal to. Put your cursor between
Hmm.
and select everything which is after equal to, like everything after. Select array filter and up to 3. Yes. Select everything.
Hmm.
So this selected part at the end evaluates to an array, right?
Hmm.
At the end, it will be an array. and that array will be stored inside res, correct? So since this selected part is an array, we can use map method on an array, right?
Okay, okay.
You got you got the idea?
Yes. Can I?
Yes. Okay, that's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is called method chaining. So we can do infinite number of chaining in this case, because filter will return an array, map will also return an array, right? Now this whole thing, now you can select from array to the two right now wherever you use your cursor.
Hmm.
So the way you selected before, select everything again. Yeah. So now this part is also an array, right?
Yes.
So we can use again map filter reduce or anything. So can you use reduce method on it and add all the numbers?
Sum of all array. मतलब sum of array.
Yes. So yes, we want the sum of this array.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. So 0 plus 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. That's correct. Now, can you use array methods after this again? Any array
Hmm.
method?
Yes.
Okay.
Which
How will you use it? Now select everything again. Okay, select everything again. Now, what does this selected code represent? Does it represent an array?
no, it represents number.
Right. It represents a number. So can you
Hmm.
use array methods on this?
No, no.
No. Right. Now you cannot use, because reduce has returned a number, and on number you cannot use array method. You can try. You can do map. You can do map again. Dot map. It will give error. And multiply again by 2. Same way.
Hmm. Error.
Okay. So this is not a function. It is giving, because on number we are trying to call map method. Okay. So until and unless the selected part is an array, we can use any array method. If it is
Hmm.
not an array, we cannot use it. That simple.
Hmm.
Okay, so your this thing interview is almost over. Okay, so
Okay.
now based on this interview, you can stop sharing your screen. Stop. How many points will you give to yourself out of 10 points?
Hmm. 5.
Yeah, like same points I will give, because you don't know right now, you don't know how to do data fetching, right? You don't know DOM manipulation. So otherwise, if you would have known those things, you could have gotten 7, 8 points. You explained well, you are able to write the code well, whatever you know already. Your thought process is clear, you are able to write it clearly. That's very good. So if it was a position for intern, I would select you, because anyway you are learning it, and in some days you will learn that also. You will learn fetch API, you will learn DOM manipulation. So for intern position, you will be selected. For full-fledged front-end engineer, you will not be selected. But it's good. Your learning is good. Whatever you learn, it is clear. Okay. And in CSS part, you need to work more. Lot of concepts you need to learn. Okay. So now the question is, what you learned from this interview? Was it is useful? And
It's very useful because
okay.
I learn मतलब इंटरव्यू फेस करने के लिए भी अच्छा हो गया और
Hmm.
लाइक बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस न्यू न्यू पता चले जो पता नहीं थे जैसे वो सिलेक्टर्स का था
Hmm.
कॉम्बिनेशन सीएसएस वाला वो
ठीक है.
तो मैंने यूज किया बट उसका एक्चुअली डेफिनेशन है वो सब क्या है वो नहीं क्योंकि मैं यूट्यूब के वीडियोस देखे रेफरेंस लेके सब प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाती हूँ ना तो मीन्स वो वर्क कैसे करता है वो पता चलता है बट एक्चुअली एक्सप्लेन कैसे करना है इंटरव्यू में भी पूछ सकते हैं वो सब ऐसा आइडिया नहीं था
Yes. So whatever concept you learn, try to prepare it in such a way that you have to explain it to someone. When you prepare it like
राइट
that, you will be able to answer it in interview. Okay? But if you only understand for yourself, you will know, but you will not be able to explain. Just think how you can explain it in an interview. Okay. Okay. So do you have any questions for me?
नो एक्चुअली मुझे कुछ इंटरव्यू के क्वेश्चन चाहिए थे मेरा 2-3 दिन में इंटरव्यू है फ्रंट एंड के लिए तो
Okay.
क्या इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस क्या क्या पूछ सकते हैं तो
ओके. अब वो तो इधर नहीं बताऊंगा क्योंकि वो लंबा हो जाएगा. What you can do is you can watch some of my interview series videos. From there, you will get questions. Any video you can watch. So, like, I think most of the questions that I ask in other interviews, those will be asked. So you can watch anything like any video from those series. For CSS and HTML, I have made two videos, and there is a document Word Google Docs link I have provided. For HTML and CSS, you can get it. Okay. So there will be a playlist, interview questions playlist. Only two videos are there, HTML and CSS videos. You can get the questions from that. Okay. Okay. And I did not ask you more JavaScript questions because there's still a lot of concepts you already don't know related to DOM, data fetching, or advanced concepts. So that's why I did not ask you. Okay. Okay. All right, Aisha. Okay. Bye.
बाय सर